What's up, YouTube? It's been a little bit of time since I did a video. This is not something that's part of my vlog. We are going to be doing some sublimation shirts for a landscaping company. And I have my sister here, Adamari, that's going to be helping me do the sublimation. This is her first time, so it's going to be a little bit of a process, but just give her props. Be right back right after this intro. All right, thank you guys for watching that intro. I really appreciate you guys joining to me. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you find this useful to you. And also, if you are a returning viewer, hit that like button and welcome back. So I'm trying to teach her the way the sublimation works because it's the easiest form to print. If you're doing sublimation shirts, like right now we got a safety orange because that's what the company wants. I have one that has, let me just take this over here so I can show you. I have one that has slotted, I get bent holes or whatever you want to call it. And then I have some cool dry Hanes. They're 100% polyester, both of them, so they will print nicely. I did it before. So yeah, just to get right into it, when you take out the paper, the print side will always be the side that doesn't have the marking. So if you look at the back of this paper, you see how it says A-sub. So this will be your back. You always want to print on this side. So you got 6 of them here? Yep. Okay, so you're going to put all 6 of them back there with the print side facing forward. And then it's going to ask you something there and just hit confirm. So guys, the actual design that we're doing, because the paper is 8.5 by 11, even if I did it 8.5 by 14 that I have here, it's still too much, and I don't have any more 13 by 19 to use on the other one. So we're gonna go with the 8.5 by 11. I just gotta split and put the 2 images together to make one full back image, which is not a big deal. I mean, you're talking about pennies when it comes to paper and ink, so it's not a big loss. So yeah, so now that you got that there, this one's already set up. Let me move this chair so you can get in here, unless you want to sit and do it. And now that you have that there, it'll automatically flip it, so you don't have to flip it because I have it set like that. So what you're gonna do is come up to the top right, top left, I'm sorry, and you're gonna hit the printer. And then just hit cancel on that because it's trying to get the 13 by 19. Now here, you're gonna look for the one that says sublimation, and you're gonna go down to preference. And you always want to make sure that your settings are going to be correct. So I have 2 different settings. I have one that's matte, and then I have one that's set for RGB. So we're going to do the 8.5 by 11 RGB because that'll give me a little bit more black ink. So I want the ink to be, it'll waste a little bit more ink, but I want to make sure that that shirt absorbs all the ink that I can. So you're going to pick the Adobe RGB setting for 8.5 by 11. So once you select that, now you're gonna go to more options and you're gonna go to advanced, and you always wanna make sure that you are in color control, RGB 2.2, so you are in the setting, just hit okay. And now that you're there, you're pretty much all done. Just hit okay. Now hit apply and it's gonna mark down for 3 copies because we got to do 3 of each, right? So we're going to do 3 copies of that. So you're going to hit apply and print. So I think the printer is not on over here. It's my fault. I should have said that before. And hopefully, there it goes. It's printing already. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be back when it's time to put everything together to get ready to press. It's gonna be a while printing. You know, these Epsons ain't so fast, so be right back. All right, guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So now, for those of you that think that you can't do a bigger image with sublimation, all it is putting two pieces of paper together and you have your biggest image. So what she's doing right now is that she's aligning the bottom letters and numbers and stuff like that with the actual logo. If you see, I do have a piece of the hand up there, so all she's doing is adding it in there. Let's get that dust out of the way. Yeah, and once she tapes it up with some heat tape, then we can go ahead and sublimate the whole thing. Of course, we got the chest logos and the arm prints, so all that will be all set. So we're gonna get to this, and when it's time to press, we'll be here. All right, guys. So at this point, we are actually lining them up on the shirt, using the ruler to give a guidance. Also on the other shirts, they're already done. As you guys know, I like to do all of them before I start pressing. My heat press is up to temperature, so we can go ahead and press right after this. Yeah, so 5.5, 5.5, and you always want to bring it straight down to right at the end. So that's 5.5, 5.5 right there. So now we grab the ruler. We know that's going to be 5.5 there. So we measure down here. Our whole design should be straight. So we're about 4.25 there, 4.75, and we are way off here. So now we're going to have to come over. So measure it again. So that means that this shirt is not leveled on the press itself. We're about 5 inches there, and we're about 5.5 there. So we're still pretty much off, and it's because of here. So when you look at it, try to get the black lines on each corner, so that way you're on there. And then what I usually do is bring it up to the line there, and whatever line you want to be on over here. So if I know that this line is touching right above the 4, I want this one to be touching right up there as well. Like, it ain't got to be perfect, but you'll see the difference when you're pressing at a go. So that's 5.5, 5.5. So now we should have almost identical sides. So we're about 5.5 there. We're at 5.25, so I know that I gotta come back just a hair on this side. So now we're just at 2 after the 5.25. And this side we are 3 after the 5.25. No, 2 after the 5.25. So what was that, 5.5? No, you're good. Tape it right there. And like I said, it ain't gotta be perfect, but as long as you get it where it's supposed to. Usually I will pre-press these shirts, but because I had them in the closet, and the closet has the moisture absorber, so that's why I don't really. And polyester don't hold moisture just like that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, depending. Let's check this out. Stay to the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you guys a small tour of what has been brought new in here and what it hasn't, just to give you a sneak peek of what the upcoming videos are gonna be about. All right, so now this one, we are gonna take this and we're gonna pinch it right there, because that's the inside, and we're gonna bring it straight to the press. And we're just gonna lay it down. We're gonna lay it down just like that. Make sure that it's straight as possible. That looks good to me. The paper's still underneath it. Yep, the paper's still underneath. Now you're gonna take one of these and just put it right over it. Let me angle you guys over so you guys can see what we're doing on the press. This way. Yep, you're gonna angle it right over. Yep, just like that. And then you're gonna close the press for 60 seconds. And then I always make sure that I got enough pressure on there. They say you don't have to do heavy pressure. I do it, it's just me. And once that counts down to 60, we're gonna take off the butcher paper and we're gonna peel it as quick as possible. The actual paper, this paper that we put with tape, we're gonna peel that off as quick as possible before any ghosting happens. It's fairly easy. It's not a hard job. This is one of the most easiest ways to print that there is. For a person that's just starting off, I would say sublimation and transfers would be the easiest and fastest way to go. You'll make money and you don't have to do most of the work. Vinyl's good, but it takes a lot of time, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can fuck some shit up. Open it up. Open it up. Take the butcher paper off, wrap the corner, peel it off. Before any ghosting happens. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Was that easy? And you probably can get another one out of there. That's what I mean, the easiest way to print. You don't have to worry about it. But see how I use the butcher paper? Because it'll bleed through the shirt.
Yeah, let's take this off, right?
Yep. You can take that right off. You can, most likely, there's probably some in the inside. This one we want to leave on. But this is protecting the press. As you can see, there's nothing on there because we have a butcher paper in between. So is there anything on that? So guys, this is the way it came out. Let's just make sure everything is nice and dark. Everything looks nice and dark there. Looks good to me. Looks good. Looks very good to me. All right, so now we move this to the side. All right, guys, so be right back once we finish out all of them. Let me turn you again. And lift you up. So yeah, let us finish this up and we'll do all the sleeves and everything. We'll show you how the shirt actually came out all together. And then I'll give you a quick tour of the studio as it sits as of right now. And then I'll tell you what the upcoming, so stay tuned, don't leave. All right guys, thank you for staying with me. She finally finished the shirts all the way around. I give her an A+. She did a very well job. Now she knows how to do sublimation. So, how you feel about it?
I think I'm good.
You good? You think you can do it by yourself now?
Yeah.
You know what you need and what you have to get?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So, as long as my sister's happy and she knows what she's doing, that she can give it to somebody else. She's got a small business. If you guys don't know what small business she has, where they can find you at?
Mari made that on Instagram.
Louder.
Mari made that on Instagram.
Mari made that on Instagram. So go ahead and like her page, follow her as you can. I'm sorry about the dog barking, but you know what it is. These Frenchies are always in my video. So there you go. Now you have a following, so hopefully everybody will follow you. So as promised, guys, I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I've been doing here. Of course, minus that. But yeah, let me show you what I did. So, guys, I ended up buying the heater. It's a BBC. I ended up buying the heater. It is a 120 volt. What else did I get? Everything else is in the garage. That's still under construction. But everything in here is pretty much set up. Let me just move these shirts. So my whole studio, everything is lined up. Just like moving stuff around. All my inks, everything that I need is all ready to go. You know, all my cleaning supplies got to be put inside there. But it's almost there. It's almost there, guys. Everything's in its position. With the help of my friend that's down at Omniprint. If you guys don't know him, You can check him out on Facebook, OmniPrint. He helped me do this screen so I can print some shirts for my business. Great guy. If you guys don't know him, check him out. He's also on YouTube. I will leave a link in the next video because I'll be doing a vlog for the screen printing, and I will introduce you guys to him, and you guys can follow him as it goes. So from this one on, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it that you guys followed me through this whole thing. See you on the next journey. Put God first and everything will fall in place. Peace.